Hi Year 2, Miss Vaughan here. And today, Miss Vaughan isn't here to share a story with you. I'm here to share a non-fiction text with you. Okay, this is the text that we are looking at for our learning, and it is titled Joey to Kangaroo. And there's lots of things in here that mean it's a non-fiction text and not just a normal fiction story. Okay, so let's take a look inside. And the first thing we come to in a non-fiction text, I wonder if you know what this is called. It is the contents page, okay? And it has all of the headings of the different sections of the book, along with the page number that you can find it on. So the best thing about a non-fiction text is it's not like a story where you start at the beginning and you work your way through and get to the end. You can choose which bits are that interest you. So Miss Vaughan thinks I would like to find out Fighting Jacks. I'm going to turn to that page. I'm going to follow the heading along to the page that it is on. So page 10. And then, so I know where to find those pages, the page numbers tell me that I'm on the right page. So on here, I can see the heading and I can see real pictures. Okay, real images are found in non-fiction texts. Okay, as well as real images, there are also scientific pictures. Okay, and Miss Vaughan says this all the time in Year 2. The scientific picture is a diagram, okay? And diagrams have something in particular. So notice how there are little things popping off the different parts of this diagram. These begin with ul. Anybody know? They are labels, okay? So if you label a diagram, that's just saying what the different parts are, okay? And sometimes there's captions. So let's look for a caption. A caption goes underneath a picture to explain what it is. Oh, got another labeled diagram. And then here is a caption to explain what this picture is. So a caption is really short. It's not a big paragraph. It's just a sentence or two explaining the picture. So this one says, this Joey is 4 weeks old. It is blind and still has no fur, but it is growing and changing all the time. It's very interesting. So we have front cover, title, contents, diagrams, labels, page numbers, and there's also two things at the back that give us a clue. Does anybody know what Miss Vaughan's looking for at the back of this book? One of them begins with G and one of them begins with an I. Okay, so we have a glossary. Okay, and a glossary is a bit like a dictionary. So it has little headings and then it has the definition. It tells you what the words mean underneath. So let's say Miss Vaughan didn't know what a marsupial was. So it says marsupial, and underneath it says a type of mammal that gives birth to very small young. Some marsupials keep their young safe in their pouch. So a glossary gives us the definition of words we don't know. And then the other thing at the back then, the index, the other feature of a non-fiction text is an index, and that's at the back of the book usually too. And then the index is a bit funny. It's a little bit like the contents page because it has words and then it has loads of page numbers next to it. So if it's just like the contents, why have we got two? Oh, it's got lots more options than the contents page does. And also it goes birth, dolphins, egg, fertilizing, fighting, fur, grass. So it goes E, F, G, H, if there was an I and I, J. That means the index is in alphabetical order. So the contents is in order of the book and the index is in alphabetical order. So if Miss Warm wanted to find out about grass, what's grass got to do with a kangaroo? It would say the page number next to it. And if I turn to page 20, which is next to the word grass, it's part of a kangaroo's diet, year 2. So this is the page about grass, and it says kangaroos graze on plants such as grass. They can travel long distances in search of food and water. Lots of year 2 words in that sentence. So that's good. So that's why grass was in the index, because that's an important part of the life cycle of a kangaroo. So one last recap before Miss Vaughan goes. Front cover, title, pretty normal. Contents page with the page numbers along the side. Page numbers at the bottom of the pages. Diagrams with labels. And headings at the top of each page. The heading is in bold and it's usually bigger. Tells you what that page is about. And then at the end, a glossary, which is like a dictionary, and an index, which is like the contents, but more detailed and in alphabetical order. I hope you enjoyed that video, year 2. Now get studying, having a look at some other non-fiction texts, please.